One of the biggest problems that I have is, let's say I have a million ideas. For me, idea is not the problem. I can come up with new ideas, new solutions. I can come up. But my biggest problem is that I spend so much time and research phase. It's I never actually do anything about it. I feel like I'm so good at being 3 out of 10 in many things, but I never master of anything. And one of the main reason I have that is because I start a lot of things but never finish it. This again is a pattern that I have recognized over the past 10 years that I have. I do start a lot of things, but I never really finish anything. I started magic. I never did anything about it because I was too scared to show people magic. But I was in my room practicing cards. I got a flute called shakuhachi, which is like a Japanese flute. I got electronic guitar, but I realized my fingers started paining, and I'm a programmer. I was like, okay, that's gone. I tried skateboarding, longboarding. I thought that would be much easier for me to go buy groceries and come instead of walking. I realized skateboarding takes so much more effort than walking, so walking was easier. So I sold that skateboard. I I learned calligraphy, origami. I know so much about it. So you might be thinking, oh, you are so skilled. You must be so skilled with a lot of things. No, because I never really took that anywhere. So one thing I realized is that whatever I'm starting, even though my vision is big, I should boil it down to something very small and do it end to end, not just do from 0 to 50, but do it end to end. Meaning, let's say I want to make an app like a Play Store app. It's better to make a small app end to end, publish on Play Store, have it there like a core functionality, instead of working on like a big app for months and months and never getting there. And because I abandon projects so easily, I spend so much time starting something and I drop it. Start something else, drop it. So my biggest realization is, if I do want to do something about it, I have to start small, very small. It should be so small that I should feel ashamed of doing it and putting it out there and publish it, do it end to end. Like if I'm writing a book, I feel it's better to write a 3-page book and publishing it in Kindle or Amazon for people to buy, just so that you know the entire process end to end, and then improving that version. So do something end to end, that's version 1, then create version 2, then create version 3. I feel I have this mentality deeply soaked into me because of my schooling. I feel there's so much pressure on passing everything on the first try. My final exams, if you pass that final exams on your first try, you're in, or else you're out. There was iteration was never rewarded, at least when I was growing up. Maybe that is why my mind is baked into this kind of logic, and this is why it feels like a huge insight for me. But that's the insight. So my dream is to create a system where you can change yourself, obviously. But I realized, if I have to create a system where I can change myself, shouldn't I also be living that system, where implementing my system and then changing my life? And I was thinking, what would I change about my life right now? There are two things that come into my mind: is my health, number one, like being more fit and good looking. This balding head doesn't look that good. The second is being more wealthy. I think you have to be rich to be looking good, kind of, uh, instead of like the other way around. I guess they both play good role, but I feel I'll be more resourceful with more money. And making money was always something, a dream of mine, but I never actually did anything about it. So my first step is to like get more money, but for that I have to create something. But I realized, instead of creating the perfect thing, just create something very small, embarrassing end to end and put it out there and get slammed basically, and then slowly reiterate. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Alright, take care. See you guys in the next video.